What's going on, vinyl community? This is Nate. It's been a while since I made one of these videos. Got a lot of records, some stuff for my birthday that was back in June. Got my Fancy Sun Records t-shirt to go with it. One of the records I got for my birthday is playing right now. You can probably hear it. Good old Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. Got this one from Dave. It's got the Back to Black sticker on it. 180 gram audiophile vinyl. It's got the insert. It's really nice paper. So I really like 80s rock. It's been a while since I had really sat down and listened to the whole record, this whole album. But I've listened to it a couple times since I got it. I really like this one. It's a classic. This is another birthday record. This is Barnstorm with Joe Walsh, The Smoker You Drink, The Clearer You Get. My dad actually gave me this record at one time and it walked off. I have no idea what happened to it, but my oldest brother Matt got it for me, and at least according to the price tag, it says it's a first pressing. Not sure how to tell. Maybe somebody can tell. Somebody knows how to tell. Maybe they can just put something down in the comments. So I didn't get a lot of records for my birthday. That's all I got for my birthday. I didn't put a lot on my list. I couldn't really think of anything that I really could think of off the top of my head. Let's see. So I'll just talk about some of the other stuff I got. I showed the second volume of this a little while ago, Debut from Badsville, Trash Classics from Lux and Ivy's Vinyl Mountain. This one's a lot like the other one. It's just volume 1. It's got a lot of like early rock and roll, doo-wop and stuff on it. Stuff that is supposed to have influenced, you know, the guys from the Cramps. I like it. Pick it up. It's a double 10-inch. Got this from Reverberations. That same trip to Reverberation and Normal, or Bloomington rather, I also got, see, the Goat remixes. This is volume 2. I got the first one on Record Store Day. I really like Goat. They got kind of a cool sound. I wanted to get this, so they were able to track one down for me. Thanks, John. And then later, they actually posted a bunch of punk rock stuff, and I messaged them and said, hey, I literally want like three of the 5 records you just posted. So I got the Minor Threat, their first record. It's a 12-inch, but it's actually playing at 45 speed. It's got a lot of good stuff on it. I was originally looking for the complete discography, but this has almost everything on it I wanted. So pretty stoked to get that. And then I also got the Misfits, Collection 1 and Collection 2. You know, I mentioned in one of my videos I used to really like a lot of old punk rock, and finally starting to get some of it on vinyl. Let's see. And shortly, I think after my birthday, I ended up going digging with my dad, which I hadn't done in a very long time. And we went to a consignment store that was actually closing out their vinyl because it was taking up a lot of space and it wasn't really a big seller for them, so I ended up getting a lot of good stuff for 75 cents a piece. These are in no real particular order, but I got James Taylor, Sweet Baby James. My dad always played a lot of James Taylor on guitar, and I really like the title track, so that's really why I got it, and it was 75 cents. I got Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs, their second album. I've shown some of their 45s. I thought it would be really cool to get an LP, and it looked like it was really beat up in the store, but I figured if it doesn't play, it's a cool sleeve. I'll just hang it on the wall. But I got it home. What made it look beat was just a little bit of surface mold. I got the magic formula out of distilled water, soap, and alcohol, and it cleaned right out. It plays pretty well. Let's see, I got Rat Out of the Cellar. I actually wasn't that familiar with Rat except for the song Round and Round, but I really like it. Like I said, I like 80s rock, and it was 75 cents, so I got it. Let's see, I got Ram Jam. This is the one that's got Black Betty on it. I can't remember what the title of it is, and I can't find it on here. It might just be called Ram Jam, I can't remember. I really wasn't that familiar with Ram Jam other than the song Black Betty, but again, for 75 cents I took a shot, and I really like it. So if anybody likes like 70s rock, I'd check it out. See, then I also got the Platters, the greatest, or the encore of golden hits. I like a lot of that kind of stuff. See, actually this one's in the wrong stack. This is George Jones. This is something else I got on a whim when I did that digging trip at Reverberations. I like a lot of George Jones stuff. And this has got it is a greatest hits, and I got like another greatest hits of George Jones, but this is more of the early stuff, you can tell, because he's still got the flat top. It's got Tony Bennett. I like a lot of like the old crooners, thanks to my mom, who kind of raised us on like the Rat Pack music and big band stuff. This has got like pretty much all the hits by Tony Bennett that I really wanted, which is funny because it says it's volume 3, but it's got I Left My Heart in San Francisco, I Want to Be Around, The Best Is Yet to Come, If I Ruled the World. It's got a lot of the like really big Tony Bennett hits that, like, if you were to go buy a CD of Tony Bennett's greatest hits, pretty much everything that I just said would probably be on there. Let's see, and I also got University of Illinois concert band. I actually went to the U of I, but I don't really have any U of I stuff. They took a lot of my money, and I was kind of angry at them for a while, but I figured 5 years down the road I'd start getting something that says U of I on it. Let's see, this one, I think this one actually came from North Street Records in Normal. Gene Vincent, I made a video about like early rock and roll stuff, and Gene Vincent was one of the ones I didn't have. So I got that. I'm pretty happy with it. This record is, I actually got from my dad after my birthday. He gave me this record to kind of entice me and Dave to come over to Danville and check out that record store, which actually turned out to be closed. Somebody posted a picture of it a while ago with the On Vacation sign. I was less than impressed with that, but we ended up going to that resale shop, and I got all this stuff I just showed you from before. George Jones and Tammy Wynette. This is actually a, it says TV Records. It's supposed to be like a greatest hits of George Jones and Tammy Wynette, and I'm not going to count them now. I counted them before. I think there's actually like 20 songs on this record. And if you like 70s, 80s country, you know, if you can find this record, you know, like I would recommend it if you like George Jones. And then I was able to get a couple of other records that I really wanted. There's a place in Champaign that I've mentioned a couple times called Error Records. The place is really small inside, and the guy's really trying to get started, but he's got a lot of good stuff. So I was finally able to get Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. It's a record I've wanted pretty much since I decided I wanted to start getting records. 180 grand, and his price on it was $13.75. So shout out again to Air Records in Champaign for the Illinois VC members. I'm not sure if I'd say it's a destination spot, because like I said, he's really small, but he's a really nice guy, and he's trying to get started. He's got a lot of good stuff. I got that on the same trip. I also got this kind of indie music, The National. The record's called Boxer. I really like this. If you've never heard The National, I'd check it out. They actually had a song on the soundtrack to the movie The Warrior called About Today, which is actually one of my favorites. But unfortunately, it's on the EP called Cherry Tree, and it's hard to find. But they got a really, really good drummer, and he's kind of got different backbeats that really kind of help drive the music. I would check it out. And then, last but not least, to the LPs. I know everybody's had a hard day, and I hate the fucking Eagles, but got the Eagles, Desperado. I have the best of the Eagles, but I like the song Doolin Dalton, and it was on this. And I got this actually when Dave and I went digging around trying to find something for our oldest brother who's collecting records. but not like the other three of us. And he's not in the VC, not sure if he's interested in it, but happy to kind of stumble across this. It was in pretty good shape. Unfortunately, once I started trying to play it, I accidentally split the sleeve a little bit. But other than that, actually, if I hadn't done that, it's got a little bit of wear on the corners, but other than that, it was in really good shape. I might just see if I can get a glue stick and glue it. Then you may notice my Blackhawks hat. I am a Blackhawks fan. I got to celebrate the victory. And shortly, I think it was actually after Game 5, I decided to order this off of eBay. But it's the original theme song, Here Come the Hawks. One side is just the music, and the other side is with the lyrics and the chorus. This is kind of rare, hard to find. I ended up getting, I couldn't believe it with the Hawks in the playoffs and in the Stanley Cup Finals that I was able to get this. And then it wasn't a total rip-off because I figured everybody would be trying to like capitalize on them being in the playoffs, but I got that. And then the rest of my 45 stack I got between Reverberations and North Street. I don't remember which ones came from which. The Allman Brothers Band, Ramblin' Dan, I like that song. The B-side's Pony Boy. I got The Animals, House of the Rising Sun, Talking About You is the B-side. See the Beach Boys, Surfing USA, and Warmth of the Sun. The Chordettes I got just because they're the original group that did like the vocal version of Mr. Sandman, and I kind of wanted to hear some more of their stuff. And it's pleasant, but I'm not really that familiar with either one of them. Love Never Changes and Born to Be With You on Cadence. It's kind of an older label. Let's see, then I got Gene Chandler, Duke of Earl, and Kissin' in the Kitchen. I like doo-wop. And I think Dave found that for me. Then this is Gonna Fly Now. It said it's theme from Rocky, Bill Conti. It's pretty much the one they use for like all the montages. And if I was a lot better at production of my videos, I probably would have opened with that, but I didn't. See, then John Denver, Take Me Home, Country Roads. I like that song. The B-side Poems, Prayers and Promises, but I just bought it for the A-side, and I think it was like 50 cents. Got Dion, Run Around Sue, and I Wonder Why. Shelley Fabares, Johnny Angel, and Johnny Loves Me is the B-side. Johnny Horton, The Battle of New Orleans, and North to Alaska. Kind of like them. They're kind of campy songs, but I like them. And I got La Bamba, Los Lobos with the sleeve. One side is Charlene and the other side is La Bamba. It's on Slash. Let's see, then I got Night Ranger, Sister Christian, and Chipping Away. I like 80s rock again, so. See, Buck Owens, Crying Time, and I've got a Tiger by the Tail, an older Capitol label. Let's see, and then Elvis. Don't, which is a song that I tend to walk around the house singing until Dave wants to punch me in the face, but Don't, and I Beg of You. And got the Skyliners, Since I Don't Have You, and One Night, One Night. Unfortunately, this probably already needs to be replaced. I'm not sure if it was cracked when I bought it and I didn't notice it, but it's got a little tiny crack on the edge. This was my first attempt at the wood glue, and I had mixed results. Sounds better than it did, but I also, I fucked around with that wood glue forever, man, and it just didn't work for me very well, but I'll probably try it again. See, then I got the Trash Man, Surfin' Bird, and King of the Surf. I don't know, I like that song. Actually, both sides are really good. I bought it for Surfin' Bird. And King of the Surf sounds totally different if that's the only song by the Trashmen we've ever heard. Then I got War, Why Can't We Be Friends, and Mazatlan. Honestly, I bought that song as a joke, but I kind of like it. And then this one, I haven't decided if I want to keep it or not. It's a Star Wars theme and Cantina Band. I thought it was going to be like the one from the soundtrack, but it's actually like the disco version. It's kind of funky. and I'm gonna give it another try, but it wasn't what I originally thought, and originally I was upset, but it is kind of fun to listen to. Alright, that's all I got for this one. I kind of went through it fast on purpose. My last video went way longer than I intended it to, and I'm hoping that I didn't, you know, ruin everybody's internet attention span for my videos. So again, I keep it short. Peace, love, rock and roll, and happy digging, everybody.